A hunter who comes out to our property hunted a wild turkey and gave us the legs. Most people don't even want this cut. Not even him. It's tough, it's lean, and it takes forever to cook. Me? I'm trying to turn it into dinner and feed it to my kids. And I've never cooked it before. Let's see how this goes. My name's Angela. Welcome to Nutritionally Cheap. Let's get into it. So let me give you the backstory. There's been this hunter coming out to this property for decades. Even before we lived here, back when the original owners were here, back when the prior owners were here, they've been coming for such a long time. Back in the day, he used to come out here with his dad and his brother. His dad is now 90 and he's around 60. And they actually came here for one of their last hunts together. And the wild turkey we're using today came from that exact hunt. It's kind of wild when you think about it, that this has been happening on this land long before we ever even got here. So it's not really about one person. It's more like this long-standing tradition that we've kind of stepped into, which is pretty cool. And honestly, this goes back a few years ago when we first moved in. Our first day at the house, we're unpacking, and doesn't this guy come up to our sliding door in full camo? He knocks on the door, looking around like he lives here. We came from the suburbs, so we were like, what the heck is going on right now? So we open the door and he starts to tell us how they've been hunting on this property for decades, the whole situation, the hunting situation and whatnot. My sister-in-law, she didn't trust it for a second. She was like, sir, I'm gonna need to see your hunting license. And didn't he go get it? Brings it back. She starts analyzing it like she's running a background check. And honestly, I was like, I don't trust this either. She claims she watches too many true crime shows. So turns out the hunter guy's actually really nice and not a criminal. Over the years, he's actually brought us so many things from our property, like deer steaks, deer salami, wild turkey breasts, and now these wild turkey legs. It's kind of just become part of our life out here. And honestly, when somebody offers me free food, I'm in. And free meat at that? I'll take that all day, every day. Even if we've never had it before, we're trying it. The problem is now I actually got to figure out what to do with it. And it's not exactly an easy cut. Like I said, the hunter didn't even want it. So the day he caught these wild turkey legs with his dad, he cleaned it, knocked on our door, and literally handed it to my husband, hand to hand. Like literally, meat straight to hand. No bag, no nothing. He's like, yeah, you just gotta wash it and cook it. I'm like, this is not normal. So Leon put it in a bag and put it straight into the freezer. Then he comes, looks at me and like, you'll figure it out. I'm like, what just happened? So, da-da-da, here are the turkey legs. Clearly we're starting with them raw. I don't even know how big these are. I haven't even looked at these. Leon had dealt with them directly, so I don't even know what these look like. Yeah, I don't know how big they are or whatnot. I don't even know if this is gonna be a crock pot situation or a full-on roasting pan situation. I don't know. We'll figure it out though. All I know is if I cook these wrong, they are gonna be chewy and dry. And I've been told there's no skin on these, so that's gonna be a challenge in itself. I'm definitely gonna have to add some fat to that pot to help out with that. So let's take a look at what's in these bags. I'm actually pretty excited because I've never worked with this. I've never seen this before. All right, let's take a look. Oh my gosh. These things are massive. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, that's big. Well, this one's a little frozen still. Those are big. Oh my goodness. Let's take a look at this one. These ones look even bigger. Oh, look at that puppy. Okay. I think we gotta use a, I think we have to use a roasting pan for this. Oh my gosh. Look at this. Oh my gosh, if I can get it off. We even have a turkey breast in there. Thank you very much. We're not gonna do that one today. I'll use that another day. But we got these turkey legs. So we have 2, 4, 6 turkey legs. Definitely full on roasting pan. Let's do it. So these turkey legs are washed and now I just wanna season it. Seasoning salt, cracked black pepper, oregano, garlic powder, got some sage here, and we got some thyme. And we're gonna massage it into the turkey. Give it a little massage. So you want it to get in there before it goes in the pan. Yeah, baby. And I'm gonna go sear it. I'm gonna sear it. I don't know if this is the right move, but I feel like it's gonna lock a little bit of the moisture in before I start slow cooking it. We'll see how it goes. So I massage these things like it was their birthday. Now they gotta get in the pot. Okay, that pot is hot. It has oil in it. We're gonna do 2 at a time because there's not enough space in that pot to do all of them. So we'll do 2, and then 2, and then 2, and then we're gonna transfer them to the roasting pot so they can cook low and slow. These turkey legs are looking so good already with that sear. Take a look. Oh, they are looking dynamite. I think that sear was bueno. So turkey is seared. What's next? We said we're gonna use a roasting pot because these things are massive. You wanna see the roasting pot? This thing is as big as a small child. It's massive. Cause we got a huge family, so we need a big, massive pot. And a pot. Those turkey legs are gonna go in this massive pot and they will all fit. Listen, when I braise, I always use this puppy. And I kind of have like a braising formula. When I braise, it's normally either beef shanks, beef ribs, and on special occasions, a little oxtail. But that stuff ain't cheap. It's so expensive. How did a tail become so expensive? Anyway, I digress. For my formula for braising, I generally put butter beans. I saute some onions with some garlic. I throw in some thyme. Not my thyme, but the thyme. And I also put in some tomatoes, along with chicken base, like a chicken stock base, some water, and a little bit of ketchup. That's normally what I shove in all my braising ingredients. So guess what? That's what's going in these wild turkey legs. Turkey legs in, all those things. When I do saute the onions and the garlic, I'm gonna put a little flour in it to make a little roux so that it will thicken up as it slow cooks. Let's get it. We're gonna get these onions in the pot. There's those little brown bits, Oh yeah, that's called flavor. You want those brown bits. We're gonna shove the onions in there. And I just wanna be clear, I didn't look up how to make these wild turkey legs. I didn't ChatGPT it, I didn't Google it, nothing. I'm just winging it. So I love it that you're coming along for this ride. Let's go put the onions in the pool. Yes, I'm gonna put all this garlic in there. There must be like 12 cloves. The more garlic, the better. This is one of the best inventions in cooking. It grates that garlic so fast. It's my favorite. Oh my God, those onions are getting me. I am like literally crying. The show must go on. I will talk through these tears. We're gonna roux it. We are gonna add some flour to create a roux, because that's gonna thicken up the sauce as it cooks low and slow. Oh my gosh, my eyes. So we're gonna cook that flour before we add the liquid. A little bit at a time so it breaks up that flour. It's not clumpy, you know? And some chicken base. I'm actually gonna develop the whole braising liquid in this pot right now before I transfer it to the roasting pan, because once it goes to the roasting pan, that turkey is not cooked fully through. It's raw on the inside. So if I want to taste the braising liquid, I'm just going to do it all here. It's hot, it's cooked. So in there, let's do this quick. We're going to add a bit of ketchup. And then you want to season this as well. I'm going to use the same seasonings I put on the actual turkey. Going to shove in the butter beans. And that's going to amp up the protein. And those tomatoes, the acidity that will help break down the turkey legs. I've seasoned up the braising liquid. This smells incredible. Let me stir it up and we'll put it on top of the turkey legs. Let's get everything in the roasting pot. We'll get the turkey legs in. I'll put this braising liquid on top. Oh my goodness, that looks good. Okay, let's get it in the oven. So turkey legs are in the oven. I'm putting it in for 250. I'm gonna start with 4 hours and see how it goes. I'll check it at that point. So now it's a waiting game. I feel like this is the reason why the hunter doesn't like this cut, because it takes a long time. I'll check in with you soon. So I cut up a simple garden salad to serve on the side of these wild turkey legs. I'm also gonna make some rice so that it can absorb all that gravy and it will be so good. I don't know how many times I gotta say it, but save $1, buy your rice in the big old bags. This rice is Patna rice. I've never had it before, but honestly, it was on such a killer deal. I'm like, I don't even care, never had it, gonna buy it. Rice is rice to me. So let's get that rice cooking. So this Patna rice looks, feels, and tastes just like white rice. I scored. Okay, I'm checking in on these turkey legs. It's been 3 hours, so let's just check in. So that's what they're looking like. I'm trying to put my fork in it, and it is tough, and more tough. So I think this is gonna need a little longer than 4 hours. So I think we're having a late dinner tonight, but I'm gonna put it back in and let it just braise longer.
Oh, this is tough.
I know, hopefully it will get better by dinner.
Ew.
Wish me luck. While we're waiting for it to braise, we're killing time. It's been 4 hours and 20 minutes. Let's check these turkey legs out now. Okay, let's feel them. Oh, okay. They're not soft by any means. You can still feel it, but my fork is going in it a little bit better. It's actually able to go in it. Oh my goodness. This is still gonna need some time. So let's get her back in the oven and cross our fingers. We're still killing time.
I win.
So I think this is the moment of truth. I'm hoping it's been in that oven for 6 hours. So let's open this lid and see what we're working with. Okay, let's open it. What? Look at that! People! Oh my goodness. That looks so good. Now let me poke it to see what we're working with. Oh my gosh. People, it's going straight in. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. I think it is time. It is time to feed this to the kids and my family. Seriously, wish me luck. So I just plated everybody's meal. They look awesome. I want you to check this out. This is the turkey bone. It came right off the bone. So clearly I did something right. But now it's time for the family test. Look at these up close, y'all. Yeah. Okay, family, I made wild turkey.
Let's try it.
Test it out.
This is oxtail.
It what?
It's like oxtail.
It tastes like oxtail? Really?
Yeah.
Tavia?
It's good.
Yeah?
It's good.
It tastes like chicken?
It's really good.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
No, for real. Like, honest opinions. I need this.
Yeah. It's a
Really
bit
good.
tough.
What'd you say?
It's a bit tough.
Yeah. But it's edible? Like, you can still eat it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Thanks, guys. Okay. I'm going to go try it now myself. Okay. Now I'm going to try it. Moment of truth. Yeah. That's good. It tastes like chicken. Kind of like turkey. It is a bit drier than chicken, not gonna lie. I think that's just the way it is. But it's really good. Mixed with everything. I think this is a winner. Right, guys?
Yeah.
Free meat. You can't go wrong. Excuse me, miss. I see that plate. How was that? Ew.
It was good. And it was good before, but not anymore.
Davia, look at your plate.
It's gone.
Gone.
And the turkey was my favorite thing.
For real? Oh my goodness. Well, thank you guys. Winner.
My plate is gone.
Yes, it is.
Other than the rice.
Thank you very much.
There's still lots of meat left on this.
Oh my goodness, Tavia, really? You like it that much, eh? So yeah, I think I actually pulled it off. And now we have dinner for like 5 nights, which is incredible. There's a ton of that braising liquid left. And with that liquid, we can always have soup with that. So that's going to stretch a long way. But I'm not going to lie, I wasn't sure how this was going to turn out. But it worked out way better than I expected. Especially when we were poking that turkey at that 3-hour mark. We couldn't even get the fork in it. Like, I was so impressed. And honestly, this is kind of what life looks like out here. Random food showing up, figuring it out, and just making it work. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure you subscribe and stick around because this is exactly what we do here. Real food, real life, and making it work on a budget. Thanks for hanging out with me here on Nutritionally Cheap, where we eat healthy, feel amazing, and save that moolah. Now let's end this properly. Ooh. I have a mic stand. Will I get cheap? Nutritionally cheap. That's how we eat. Nutritionally cheap. And for the love of frugal living, if it's not on sale, don't buy it. Let it wait. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.